Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, 1943 to 2014. Original Pearls and Living Pearls in Memoriam. The organization of the 13 original pearls. June 1953, the National Organization of Gamma Phi Delta named 13 original pearls. These were women who made outstanding contributions to the organization in the formation period and in the expansion process. These women shall always remain as the 13 original pearls. 12 of the 13 are Pearls-In-Memoriam. The 13 original pearls named were Sora Elizabeth Garner, Sora Violet T. Lewis, Sora Annie Blakemore, Sora Lula Garner, Sora Geraldine Harrison Perkins, Sora Rubilee Trumbo Dungy, Sora Maddie Willis, Sora Jean Myers, Sora Odell Glover, Sora Ivalou Lanier, Sora Beatrice Preston, Sora Urene Harrison, Sora Ruby Tipton. 12 of the 13 are original Pearls-In-Memoriam. Sora Elizabeth Garner, Sora Beatrice Preston, Sora Violet T. Lewis, Sora Annie Blakemore, Sora Odell Glover, Sora Ruby Tipton, Sora Rubilee Trumbo Dungy, Sora Ivalou Lanier, Sora Geraldine Harrison Perkins, Sora Urene Harrison. Most recent original Pearl-In-Memoriam, Sora Maddie Willis. Sora Maddie Willis was an original founding Pearl of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated in February 1943, Alpha Chapter at Lewis College of Business, Detroit, Michigan. She was a dedicated supporter, putting her financial and secretarial skills to work managing national and chapter goals. Sora Willis was a founding member of Theta Chapter, serving our organization with dignity and participating in the growth and development of this great organization until her health challenges restricted her. Sora Willis was the Supreme Tamias, formerly called the Supreme Epistolist, from 1948 to 1952. She submitted a recommendation to National on August 6, 1950, requesting that the symbolic flower of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated be changed from a pink carnation to a pink rose. It was adopted nationally. She became Gamma Phi Delta Soror of the Year in February 1971. On May 22, 1993, she received the Northern Region Founding Pearl Pioneering Leadership Award. In August 1994, she received 2 Rose Recognition Charms for Women Making a Difference for Gamma Phi Delta Sorority's 50th anniversary. Sora Willis was a Heritage Hall Tile member and a Life member. She was appointed the National Headquarters Resident Agent on February 21, 1998, and served until September 1, 2005. In July 26, 2000, she was honored with the Rose Pin Award for outstanding service to the sorority and community and the Gamma Phi Delta Extra Mile Service Award trophy. Sora Willis was appointed property trustee in February 2001 and served to September 2007 when she requested a leave of absence. Sora Willis worked hard as a member of Theta Chapter. As of June 2005, she was the only remaining original member of that chapter. Sora Willis will be missed for her commitment and dedication to her beloved sorority. Original Pearl-In-Memoriam, Sir Jean Audrey Magruder Myers, November 20, 1923 to Sunday, July 10, 2011. Sir Jean Magruder Myers was an original founding Pearl of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated in February 1943 in Gamma Chapter, Indianapolis, and later joined Delta Kappa Chapter, Las Vegas, Nevada. The following are excerpts for a Pearl's Farewell, composed by Dr. Willie B. Kennedy, written especially for Sora Myers. For more than 64 years, she helped move us along, always insisting that we keep Gamma Phi Delta strong. Sora Myers was truly a Gamma Phi Delta champ. She taught us not to quit, but always try. Sora Myers taught us to achieve the goals we set, that through trusting God, our goals would be met, and to everything that Gamma Phi Delta set out to do, we must complete the task, always seeing it through. We'll remember how she brought us so much cheer. Her kind, sweet, and gentle touch will be missed by us all who loved her so much. Sora Myers was devoted to her chapter and Gamma Phi Delta sorority, and over the years she held the positions Supreme Second Anti-Bacillus, Supreme Financial Grammatus, and National Organizer. Sora Myers taught in schools in Indiana, California, and Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. She traveled extensively with her husband. She attended Green Valley Presbyterian Church and Victory Black Mountain Church in Henderson and volunteered for Catholic Charities and Henderson Seniors. Original Pearl-In-Memoriam, Sora Rosalie Trumbo Dungy, November 30, 1914 to January 10, 2010. Sora Rosalie Trumbo Dungy was an original founding Pearl of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated in February 1943. Sora Dungy, 95, passed away at Tuscany Hospice House on Saturday, January 10, 2010. Sora Dungy was a retired school teacher in the Detroit Public Schools. She was a member of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Alpha Kappa Alpha Chapter in Detroit, Michigan. Sora Dungy was also a member of the American Association of University Women, chairman of the Hostess Committee for the March of Dimes for many years, and a member of the Shores Baptist Worship Center. Sora Dungy will be remembered for her commitment and dedication to her beloved sorority. Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, Living Pearls in Memoriam. Gamma Phi Delta Sorority established Living Pearls in 1976. Because of the need to maintain 13 active pearls in Gamma Phi Delta, it was adopted by the Boule in session at Detroit, Michigan on July 29, 1976 to establish the 13 Living Pearls by election. This group does not replace the pearls named by the organization as previously mentioned. Those pearls will always remain as established. Pearls in both categories, upon demise, shall become Pearls-In-Memoriam. To date, 25 living pearls have been elected. 17 are Pearls-In-Memoriam. Luther May E. Adams, Mamie Diggs, Mary Miles, Marjorie Anderson, Evelyn S. Adams, Catherine Bozeman, Hilda Hammond, Mamie L. Irwin, Patricia Lewis, Margaret B. Little, Bernice A. Gardner, Janetta Foreman, Sidney Hasten, Nellis J. Saunders, Frankie Gadsden White, Edmonia Levitt, Dr. Willie B. Kennedy, Bessie D. Long, K. Davis, Phyllis Ponders, Patricia A. Daniels, Dr. Marjorie Harris, Sarah Young, Miranda Gaskins, Francis L. Jarrett. Soror Dr. Willie B. Kennedy, Living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Soror Dr. Willie B. Kennedy was a member of Roe Chapter since 1966, where she held many positions and served as Basilisk for many years. She served as the Far Western Regional Director from 1973 to 1983. During her term as Regional Director, Soror Kennedy was awarded the Rose Pin Award in 1981 for her outstanding works with the sorority and the community. From 1986 to 1992, Soror Kennedy served as Supreme Basilisk. During her term, she established the South Atlantic region, awarded the 40-year pin designed by Soror Alva J. Young, the 5-point program, MEEPS, the Heritage Fund, the Heritage Tiles designed by Soror Dorothy Hill, the Bacilli Council, 2 undergraduate chapters, and a seat on the National Board for Undergraduate Members was during her term. It was also during her term that the Anne McElwee Phi Teen Perpetual Fund was established, revived the administrative board, and the wearing of our colors, pink and blue, giving us recognition that was long overdue. Ribbons for Africa was adopted at the 1986 Boulé as a national project of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated. In 2002, Soror Kennedy was elected as a Living Pearl, Gamma Phi Delta Sorority's highest honor, commemorating her years of dedication and great passion for membership recruitment and her commitment to community service throughout the years. Soror Kennedy was a true poet. She wrote the Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Founders Day commemoration in 1974 and revised it in 2008, the Gamma Phi Delta Sorority 50th Anniversary Tribute in 1994, and many other poems throughout her lifetime. Soror Edmonia Lovett, Living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Soror Lovett joined Alpha Omicron Chapter in 1972. As Basilisk of the chapter, she established the first scholarship in memory of deceased Sorors. Soror Lovett worked on every level of the organization, including Assistant Eastern Regional Director, Supreme First Anti-Basilisk, and National Parliamentarian. A soror wrote on her behalf of her bid for the Rose Pin Award. Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated has been the recipient of more than 20 years of your love and service to its purposes, aims, and goals. Soror Frankie Terrence Gatson White, Living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Frankie Mae Terrence Gatson White was born on August 24, 1923, and passed on February 19, 2009. Soror White was a member of Beta Alpha Chapter, Detroit, Michigan. She was an alumni of Lewis College of Business and one of the original chartered members of Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated that signed and filed the Articles of Incorporation with the state of Michigan on July 9, 1943. She received her BA from Wayne State University and was employed by the U.S. Army for 38 years as a procurement manager. She was very active with GPD until 2006, when she relocated to Georgia. She started in Alpha Chapter, Beta, and her final chapter was Beta Alpha. On the national level, Soror White held the position of Supreme First Anti-Basilisk. On the chapter level, she was the Basilisk of Beta Chapter and the first Anti in Beta Alpha. She was greatly involved in her church, Greater Grace Temple, and was involved in numerous organizations: Black United Fund, lifetime member of the NAACP, United Negro Fund alumni, and Greater Queen Esther Grand Chapter, Order of the Eastern Star, Queen Tyree, number 35. Sir Dr. Nellis Saunders, Living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Sir Saunders was a charter member of Alpha Theta Chapter, Detroit, Michigan, for 49 years, where she served as grammatist, chaplain, parliamentarian, second anti-bacillus, historian on the chapter level. On the regional level, she served as director, assistant director organizer, organized 6 chapters in 1 year, parliamentarian, chaplain, and editor-in-chief. On the national level, she served as historian, assistant national organizer, and national organizer at large, organizing 22 chapters in the states of Arkansas, Florida, Michigan, Ohio, Tennessee, Texas, and Wisconsin during her tenure. Sir Saunders served as representative in Michigan House of Representatives, where she introduced key bills, including Women's Bills of Rights, which included a package of 10 bills affecting female workers, business, and professionals. She was a life member and Rose Penn awardee. Sir Sidney K. Hayson, Living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Sir Sidney Hayson joined Alpha Iota Chapter, Oakland, California in 1962. She was a strong, proud, self-confident, organizer, revolutionary, family-oriented, champion of what is right woman. She was certainly one who truly made a difference. Her contributions to the chapter, region, and national were immeasurable. As director of the Far Western region, Sir Hayson identified issues that plagued the organization, proceeded to correct them, and made the Far Western region a model to be emulated. Because of the improvements made under the governance of Sir Hayson, the then Supreme Bacillus Adams asked and received permission to use some of her operating principles at the national level. Sir Hayson further distinguished herself by conceptualizing and formulating a birthday calendar that chronicled the history of GPD and produced funds for the youth programs. A Pearl's Farewell. Gamma Phi Delta's vision was established by our Pearls, who always held our banner high and unfurled. 36 original and living Pearls have answered God's call. The most recent Pearls, Maddie Willis, Jean Myers, Rosalie Dungy, Willie B. Kennedy, Edmonia Levitt, Frankie Gatson White, Nellis Saunders, and Sidney K. Hayson will be missed by all. For more than 64 years, they helped us move along, although sometimes had to make us atone. For the things we did were sometimes wrong, always insisting that we keep Gamma Phi Delta strong. Sirs Willis, Myers, Dungy, Kennedy, Levitt, White, Saunders, and Hayson were truly Gamma Phi Delta champs. They shone so brightly through our symbol, the lamp. Wherever they went, they held our banner high. They taught us not to quit, but always try. Clad in our colors of pink and blue, they pledged that they would be forever true, which they did to the very end. A sir, a sister, and a devoted friend. Sirs Willis, Myers, Dungy, Kennedy, Levitt, White, Saunders, and Hayson taught us to achieve the goals we set, that through trusting God, our goals would be met, and to everything that Gamma Phi Delta set out to do, we must complete the task, always seeing it through. As we memorialize our sisters so dear, we'll remember how they brought us so much cheer. Their kind, sweet, and gentle touch will be missed by us all who love them so much. Their work on earth is complete. It's done. They finished their fight and their battles won. Their legacy will live on through their years of love as they rest in God's home above. A Pearl's Farewell, composed by Dr. Willie B. Kennedy, Gamma Phi Delta Sorority, Incorporated. The following is an excerpt from the 50th Anniversary Tribute, written by past Supreme Basilisk Dr. Willie B. Kennedy. Yes, 71 years of progress we celebrate with glee. Refinement, culture, peace, and harmony has always been the key that unlocked our hearts and bound our hands as swords of this land. Yes, we will honor and praise thy name, and we will never, never bring thee shame. We will always uphold the goals and aims of our founders' dream and promise to never lower our self-esteem. Compiled and illustrated by Sora Laverne Wilson, Chairperson, Gamma Phi Delta Sorority Incorporated, honoring our original and living Pearls-In-Memoriam. Narrated by Sora Phyllis L. Jr.